All right, senior aides from New York City Mayor Adams are resigning supposedly because they are in opposition to him selling out for freedom. Let's check it out.
Of Lady Liberty there. And that's where our next story takes us. We also have a cool live picture there at the Empire State Building. Well, I want to put up this tweet here from New York City Mayor Eric Adams. He tweeted this on Friday. He said, I want to be crystal clear with New Yorkers. I never offered, nor did anyone offer on my behalf, any trade of my authority as your mayor for an end to my case. He says, never.
Okay. I mean, listen, I got to ask this in all sincerity. When they come out and say things like this, are we children? I mean, I'm 39. I don't know how old you are, but I would say anywhere over nine, this is a fair question to ask. I mean, the guy, for those of you who don't know, has completely has completely switched political sides, right? He's essentially now a slave, a good goy, as they say in some circles, a slave in other circles, and how apropos it is that he's black and his master is white, if you like, right? And then there's just, he's a political pawn, right? And also he just lost the game. You know what I mean? He got caught up in some things and he lost the game. But essentially, he's a puppet in Trump's court, and it's open and well known at this point. And then he comes out and he makes a tweet like this. I mean, there are moments in this life, especially in the journey of man and the way of man, where things run counterintuitive in order for you to see clearly or be successful in something. And I am here to tell you this is most certainly one of those moments. If you think of what he's saying in exact opposites, you will find the truth.
He goes on in this tweet as well to say, I am solely beholden to the 8.3 million New Yorkers that I represent, and I will always put this city first. He says, now we must put this difficult episode behind us so that trust can be restored. New York can move forward, and we can continue delivering for the people of this city.
This is exactly what I'm talking about when I've said in the past that there is a transdimensional realm that cities, counties, states, federal government, police institutions, companies, actors, even in some cases, it seems like everyone but us, common folk, right, are the ones who are able to understand that that realm is there. Entrepreneurs get it, you know what I mean? There's a class of people we can get it. Natural bodybuilders get it, right? There's a few ways that you can get it. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Star Wars, it's literally like think of these companies, government, legal institutions, other institutions and organizations that understand how you can operate as an entity and essentially hide and cloak yourself behind an entity and not take full responsibility for anything. This entity has no physical existence, yet it does have a very real existence, right? And it's therefore this like between realm thing that you can operate. For those who operate in that, thinking of him like Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and those boys. And then for those of us who are on the other side, of course, we're the Obi-Wans, the Lukes, and the Yodas. And there are moments in that war and in this war where it's not looking good for the Obi-Wans, the Lukes, and the Yodas. They had to lay low for a little bit, get their mind right, train, elevate. And I would say this is a good time to be in said space and think twice, move once out here, you know, because the stakes are your and my lives, and we cannot allow for people to continue to play these games like this. This is very insulting to and degrading, right, to speak to us in such a remedial fashion. Even though I'm not in New York City, but I'm a child of New York City, a grandchild of New York City, and yeah, it's just not. It's not a good look. Let's go. Let's see what else this guy's talking about.
According to Politico, though, today, they say Mayor Eric Adams' administration is falling apart as four deputy mayors have signaled their intent to resign today over concerns about the Democratic mayor's handling of immigration matters. Back out live there to the Empire State Building. Well, earlier today on Mayor Adams' social media accounts, he posted this video, and the video, and you can judge for yourself, but it is a call to action saying that he's not backing down, he's remaining defiant, and he says it's going to be business as usual. And remember, this is an election year for him. He's got to get through a Democratic primary in June. If he gets through that in June, he's got to get through a general election in November, as all of this scandal still swirls around him. Well, this was what Mayor Adams said today. Let's watch.
They danced on my grave when I was on the 103rd precinct in the floor, and Jesus said, Eric, rise up. They danced on my grave when I was afraid to go to school from being bullied because I was dyslexic. He said, Eric, rise up. They danced on my grave when I was told to go in the police department, and they called me Uncle Tom and names, and I was fighting for reform. God said, Eric, rise up.
Okay. Oh God, this is a real gem right here, because that was complete and total blackface satire right there. Straight up. That was some straight watermelon eating, blackface made out of burnt cork tops with red lipstick on type stuff right there. Like for real, for real. Like the way they play games in the Christian church like this, just saying words in order to move masses, a particular vulnerable, not very high IQ group of people who tend to frequent said spaces and who are open and easily manipulatable. All sorts of demonic things are going down in these church organizations with people who are supposed to be spiritual leaders. Some of the most corrupt and dark-hearted, dark force individuals out here. You really got to be on your square of light in the faces of said people, because you don't know who's who and what's what out here. And the only way you can see clearly is through the light of your heart. And in order for your heart's light to be open and shining, you got to be after it. What do you believe in? What is your creed or code? What do you live by? What are you investing your life's blood into? The effort of your hands and of your mind. Are you building anything? What do you really care about? Are these issues of freedom really important to you? Because if they are, if it's not going to be changed, when is it going to happen? I mean, I don't understand how much more of an opportunity do we feel we have. I understand enough to know that I don't have all the solutions. And I'm out here engaging in something called problem solving. And I encourage you to do the same. Let's go.
They danced on my grave when they shot at my car and thought that I was going to be intimidated and go offline on what my mission was when Reverend Herbert does to another. And God said, Eric, rise up. They danced on my grave when I was indicted and I was stated that you would spend 35 years in jail for something you didn't do. And God said, Eric, rise up. They're dancing on my grave right now. Every news headline, every report, every calling, it is over for him. He's been dead for 4 days. He would never be able to come back alive. He would never resurrect. But God said to me, Eric, rise up.
I gotta say this for the record, and I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Sir, it wasn't God that said, Eric, rise up. It was one President Donald J. Trump who said, rise up. if you can catch my drift.
Every new level is a new level, but I still know God is in charge. God will determine my fate. I am here because I am for you. I am you.
Yeah, replace God with Trump, and you'll get the message clearly.
One of your own is the mayor of the city of New York. And they're asking, well, he's not his own man. He's going to be used. He's going to be abused. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. The same God that took me off the floor of the 103rd precinct put me into City Hall as a mayor.
Again, replace God with Trump, and you'll get the message.
City of New York. That is who I respond to. So I'm clear on my mission. And I just find it so amazing. The most sanctified among us are calling for me to step down. I'm not going to step down, I'm going to step up. I got a mission to finish.
What are you talking about?
You're going to hear so many rumors, so many things. You're going to read
people are going
so
for a
much.
ride, man. Oh my God.
I am going nowhere.
This is all magic, folks. He doesn't need any of this. He's a race hustler. He's a poverty pimp. He's the black pastor in the back, people's wives and grandmas and daughters. That's
no
who he
matter
is.
what you read, no matter what you hear,
You see the play.
they want to fight me. I'm going to fight for you.
Okay, so very strong words he was speaking at a church.
He did. Oh, come on, bro. That's very strong word. Yeah, all right, man. Well, listen, that was a whole lot to digest right there. I mean, that was really quite sickening, dare I say. But I get it, right? Like he was facing he was facing Fed time. So he saw how Trump beat the charges. So he's like, hey, look, listen, hey, you you need me to turn New York City from a sanctuary city to essentially, because look, New York City got a lot of rats, bro, right? In a lot of ways, there's a lot of rats. That means a lot of things on a lot of different planes all at once, and all hold true in the form of rat. And it's almost like they want to go in there on straight exterminator mode, right? Like just rats running in the street, how they see it, you know what I mean? The people rats, actual rats, political rats, street rats, just rats everywhere. They want to go in there and just kill it, clean it up. So he's out there. He's out there shucking and jiving and bootlicking and towing the line, you know what I'm saying? In order to keep himself afloat in any way he can. And this is one of the oldest, easiest ways, a certain demographic that still may be in tune a little bit more with voting in a particular way and feeling like their way of life needs to be recognized and preserved. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. An old script that just still continues to work. Meanwhile, like I said, replace the word God with Trump, and he knows what it is. So I'll let you be the fly on the wall to imagine what those conversations are like. And he knows what time it is. That city is Trump City, and how apropos that is.